All right, if you just joined the call, if you just joined this live webinar, give it a couple minutes. We're waiting on Mr. Iverson to get logged on. This is a Bermuda address for Paycation travel. Got a lot of exciting things that we want to talk about, guys. Just give us a couple of minutes and we will have you right on. Once again, definitely excited that you guys have had the time to tune in for tonight's live broadcast. Once again, this is Kevin Gray. I'm here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm excited about some of the great things that Paycation Travel has coming down the pipeline. We're waiting on Spencer Iverson to join. You guys can just give us a second and he'll be right on. Thank you for your patience, guys. Okay, I'm getting a message from Mr. Iverson that he's having just a little bit of trouble logging in. I went and sent him another link, guys. Just give us a couple of minutes. If you're just now joining, I want to congratulate you and thank you for joining this live broadcast. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are waiting on Mr. Iverson. I'm communicating with him via text. So I think he's just had a couple of issues with the link that I sent out to him, but he will be joining in shortly. Okay. Okay, no problem. Okay, so he's getting an error. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put him on speaker. 1 second, guys.
Hey, Doc.
Hey, how you doing? So I understand you're getting that error message, right? Okay, I'm actually live. I've got the camera rolling right now. So what I'll do, I think the best course of action is I'm going to put you on speaker, and let you go from there. Okay. So 1 second. All right, Bermuda. So I've actually got Mr. Iverson. I'm going to go ahead and put the phone on speaker. That way we can hear exactly what he has to say. Obviously, you guys know that Mr. Iverson is our Director of Sales as well as Global VP of Business Development. Teams all over the United States, all over the world when it comes to Paycation Travel, outstanding coach and mentor to many. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and hold the phone as close as possible to the computer. And if I can actually have one of the leaders like Jansen, Earlson, Chris, whoever has my number, just to send me a text and make sure that this is coming through clear. That way we can make sure that we've got a great call. So with that said, Mr. Iverson, if you're on, Bermuda is ready to hear your address.
Fantastic. Well, thank you to Mr. Gray, my good partner in the business, amazing leader in his own respect. As many of you know, Mr. Gray has spent many days and weeks there in the Bermuda market, to make sure that that market is secure, that market is a thriving market. And we are still very, very excited about the possibilities that exist for Bermuda. Before I go any further, Mr. Gray, have you gotten a confirmation that we're coming through okay?
As of right now, I have not. Once again, Jansen, Earlston, Chris, any leader from Bermuda, please go ahead and send me a. Okay, I got confirmation from Christopher Darrell, so we're good. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Jansen. I got it.
Right. And obviously, I can't say enough about the leadership in Bermuda. Chris and Jansen and Earlston and all the leaders who are working with those fine gentlemen and ladies there. So I'm going to get right into it. For those of you who were not at the national convention last year, I did a training that talked about the ebb and flow and the cycles of a network marketing business. And if you don't understand the cycles of a network marketing business, sometimes it can be hard to appreciate where you stand. Some people think that sometimes when systems go down, when things slow down, that's a problem for the company. But if you understand the cycle of where your company is, you'll better appreciate the timing. And what I can tell each of you that's on the call right now, your timing could not be better than what it is with Paycation Travel. What I have to constantly remind myself of is, where can I go and find a better product that makes more sense? Where can I go and find a company that has a product with more mass appeal than a company that has a product like travel? And so what you'll need to hear from me first and foremost is that Spencer Iverson is really Paycation to stay. I'm here to stay. I love travel too much. As a matter of fact, I'm calling you actually from San Diego, California. I've been in California since last Thursday, doing a series of meetings. We had the Diamond Mastery Tour event in Los Angeles, and I'm now down in San Diego wrapping up my last meeting. So I love travel. Travel just makes sense. And where we are right now as a company is that we are continuing to lay the foundation for the next 10 years. And the people who see the vision, the people who can withstand the adjustments and the alignments that are being made, the partnerships that are being developed right now, those are the ones, when you turn and look back, those are the ones who are going to end up becoming wealthy. But the people who say, oh, wow, this is down, this isn't working, oh, wow, how come this isn't up yet, and leave or don't continue to push and build or at least maintain, those are the ones who end up saying, wow, they're the ones who have the greatest regrets. So let me tell you some of the things that are happening behind the scenes with Paycation Travel. Now, I'm assuming that this is a leadership call, so I'm going to talk with you all as leaders, not as if I'm trying to convince anybody to stay or to believe in Paycation. I'm assuming that I've got the group of believers on the phone right now. One of the things that we've done, I guess the biggest news that we're introducing is a new product called the Booking Ninja. The Booking Ninja. I'm still a skeptic like everybody else. Okay, and I know the limitations that exist in our current platform with our current booking engine. I know the limitations and the problems we've had with the Paycation Platinum Club. So I looked at the booking engine, and I saw Joe, who is the owner of the company that developed what we call the Booking Ninja, with a little bit of skepticism. But I can tell you a couple things. Number one, it is a very expensive product. Even on a mass scale, the price per person that Paycation had to pay in order to secure this service was extremely, extremely high. By comparison, I would say it's a minimum of 7 to 8 times more expensive to have this product than our current product. Why am I telling you this? Not because we're passing that cost on to you. I'm telling you this because David Manning recognizes how much of a competitive advantage this product is going to play on us, how much it's going to give us in the marketplace. So we rolled out in Punta Cana with the owner showing us some screenshots and some samples of the types of savings. And that was great. That was outstanding. That was exciting. But it wasn't until about 72 hours ago when I got my own personal private link before the field did to beta test Booking Ninja. Here's what you need to hear from me. Okay, here's what you need to hear from me. That thing is incredible. Okay, that thing is absolutely incredible. There will be no website. There will be no website in existence today that will beat the prices that you will get on the Booking Ninja. There will not be a. I mean, I searched upside down, backwards, and forwards. Most notably, I had a group of professional athlete friends of mine who are retired. They went to a resort in the Bahamas called the One and Only. It is even more exclusive than the property that's there in Nassau, the Atlantis Resort. It's more exclusive than the Atlantis. A lot of celebrities go to the One and Only, adult only resort. I think they said for 4 nights, 5 days. It is not an all inclusive. They spent upwards of $5,000. I did a search on the Booking Ninja for that same time frame for the same amount of days. It was around $2,100, less than half price. I've told them about it. All they're waiting for me to do is have it where I can sell it to them, and they all want to buy their website. That was it. It was that simple, guys. So you're going to have access to condominiums, hotels, flights, resorts around the world on the Booking Ninja. On the Booking Ninja, you'll also be able to accumulate these points or dollars that are redeemable for travel, including airfare. And guys, and I know you've heard this before through the Platinum Club, but guys, you got to get the old Platinum Club out of your mind. Why? Because the Booking Ninja platform is going to replace the existing Platinum Club, and you are going to see and experience why it is so robust. Let me tell you how powerful having a tool and a product like this is. When I was in YTB Travel and we were making $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a month, I'm gonna tell you what happened. Our weekly presentations were this easy. We would show, and I'm not saying that this is what we should do, but I'm just telling you what we did. The first part of our presentation was literally a slideshow. Hey, look at us in Miami. Look at us on this yacht. Look at us, painting the picture of travel. And then we will pick somebody at random, a guest out of the audience. Ma'am, who's taking a vacation recently? Ma'am, where did you go? Because keep in mind, at that time, YTB Travel was pioneering the ability to be able to book online at a great price and get some sort of commission from it. And with our partner at the time, which I think was Travelocity, we would either beat or at least meet almost any price that was in the market. So we would pull up the internet, and the members of the audience would see that screenshot. We would pick a member at random, a guest at random from the audience. Tell us about a trip you just recently took. Oh, you went to Jamaica. What resort did you stay at? How long were you there? And so we said, okay, what site did you use? And so we would go to booking.com and we would do that lady's search, and it would show, $1,500. And say, okay, well, fantastic. Let's go to the YTB store, right? Website, and we would put in those same search parameters, and we'd hit enter. And instead of $1,500, it would show like $800 or $900. The crowd would go crazy. We sign up all the guests. Well, guys, we can get back to those days. We could literally pick a member out of the audience, have them give us a trip that they recently took, give us the length of time they were there, how much money they paid. We'll go to the same site they use. We'll pull that up. Then we'll go to Booking Ninja and pull that exact same trip up and show them how much we're going to blow them out of the water. You're going to earn accumulated points for that trip that you can apply as a discount someplace else and earn money off of it at the same time. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely game over. This is a product that everybody will want. And so what will happen now is not only can you sell the Booking Ninja, okay, and begin to earn money through the Paycation compensation plan. I'm sure David Manning is going to talk about some of that on the corporate call on tonight. But it is going to be a major asset for our international markets. Once again, as I mentioned to you all before, everything that we're doing right now is being built for Paycation with a view towards expanding globally. We're not just looking at what's going to be exciting here in the United States. We're looking at what can be exciting globally. And we had our UK representatives there. We had our representatives from Trinidad there in the Dominican Republic. And Joe, the developer of the Booking Ninja, has assured us that the same types of benefits and prices and service offerings and destination offerings that we get in the United States, that platform is already built for global penetration. So Australia, Peru, Mexico, the UK, all of the destinations around the world will be able to benefit from the same experience that we're having in the United States through the Booking Ninja. And guys, you got to get excited about that. You got to get excited about that. This is something that we've known about the deficiencies with the Platinum Club. Now, here's the other thing I want to share with you. Okay, this is just leadership talk. You know, several months ago, David Manning entered into an agreement with a company called Montbriar that was headed by a gentleman by the name of Jeremy Monty. Long story short, ended up being a really bad business deal. Okay, Jeremy Monty was discovered to be a fraud. Right now, the FBI in the United States is looking for Jeremy Monty. Jeremy Monty has left his home. He's left his businesses, and right now they can't even find Jeremy Monty. Jeremy Monty, though, while he was at Paycation, he developed the platform for our existing Platinum Club and our existing Extreme Travel University. He built that platform because, if you all will remember, one of the things that Montbriar purported to have access to was a technology company called Techbation that purported to do a lot of coding for network marketing companies. Well, that ended up being a falsity. And what ended up happening was all of the data, all of the information sat on servers that were owned by Montbriar. So when David Manning sued Montbriar about 2 weeks ago and cut Jeremy Monty off, well, what he did was he seized all of that data, okay? And then there was nothing proprietary like social security numbers or anything like that. But the data, the codes that the program sat on, he seized that, and now he's basically holding it hostage. And so members who are trying to get access to XTU and Platinum Club and things like that, they're wondering, how come it's not working? Well, the real story is that we've been a victim of sabotage, and we're having to rebuild those entire platforms on new servers that we control. That's what they won't tell you behind the scenes. They're just letting you know it's down for a couple of weeks, which is true. It is down. I wanted to talk to you all as leaders and explain to you why we've just been a victim of corporate sabotage. We're working around it. We're going to work through it. It has nothing to do with, it's not going to affect how you get paid. It's not going to affect your check at all. Okay, it's just a little temporary setback. We'll look back at this years from now and realize that we were at the right place at the right time. While a lot of people are sitting around complaining and, well, I'm not going to work until things get better. Those are the ones who miss in life. Those are the ones who miss in business. If you're waiting for everything to be perfect, you're going to miss. What is Spencer Iverson doing right now? I've committed to myself to put 10 brand new people in my business. I've got 2 under my belt. I've got 8 more to go. I got one, and both of these young ladies I'm just really excited about because I'm hearing the excitement through their voice. They don't know anything about what happened in the past. They don't know anything about who left in the past. They don't know about what did or did not work in the past. They're just excited to be in right now. They're excited to be able to earn a commission right now. And when you begin to see this business new through brand new people, brand new prospects, and hear their excitement and share their whys, their dreams, their goals, and their aspirations, I get fired back up again. So are we a perfect company? No, but we are heading in the right direction. 2017 is going to be a monumental year for those who embrace the vision of Paycation Travel. Right now in November, I think November 28th, I leave going to the Philippines. It's a huge market. That's what, matter of fact, the two meetings I did out here in California were for the Filipino market. Huge market. And you know when I go to their meetings, what they're not talking about? Once again, I'm not saying this is what Bermudans or anybody is doing, but what they're not talking, it was such a positive meeting. They're just in love with they have a great culture. They do everything together. They travel. They are just so excited about the future of Paycation Travel. They're excited about the new growth. They're excited about new people coming into their business every single day. And when you can build that, and that kind of positivity comes from the top. It comes from the top, when your downline sees a tired, slow-moving leader, a complaining leader, then that is the direction and the pace that the organization will take. But if they see the leadership fired up, if they see the leadership energetic and optimistic, guess what? That same attitude will permeate the entire organization. So, Booking Ninja, we're expecting to have that up and running really, really soon. We're beta testing it right now. We want to be very careful that we don't roll anything out unless it is 100%, well, I'm not going to say 100%, but but until we have at least as many assurances as possible that the majority of the bells and whistles and kinks have been discovered and addressed. Okay, so that's going to be a big deal coming out. It's going to also be replacing, like I said, the Platinum Club platform as we know it. And once again, David Manning on the CEO address probably should announce, go into more detail about that on tonight. Mr. Gray, anything else that you may want me to address as relates to some of the things that are happening?
No, absolutely not. I believe that's it. What I'll do is Bermuda, I've actually got my WhatsApp open right now. If there's a couple questions, we definitely want to be very respectful of Mr. Iverson's time. But if there's a couple questions, I've actually got my WhatsApp right now. But I think that you covered it, Mr. Iverson. I actually wanted Bermuda to hear about this new Booking Ninja product. And the reason why, obviously, I've been out there about 10 times. But what I know about Bermudians is just the level of education, the level of research that Bermudians love to do. And I just think that this is the best product that we've ever announced, and that's really even been built for the travel industry, because it ensures that we are getting the best rate available and ensures that our customers are getting the best rate available. So I got about another 30 seconds. I've not seen a question come through yet. I've got my WhatsApp open. But I think we're good to go.
As well, while you're waiting on questions, Mr. Gray. And once again, I really appreciate. I can't say enough how much I appreciate people like Jansen Cross and Earlston and Chris. Chris has even come to the States, and Jansen and Earlston have as well to attend big events. I appreciate you all's dedication. I appreciate you all's leadership, guys. That is words can't express how much that means to me, not just as your upline partner, but also as a partner with this company, because leadership is really hard to find. I understand a little bit more the mindset of the Bermuda market. You all are very similar to the UK market. When I went to the UK market a month and a half ago in London, they asked a ton of questions. The network marketing side, that was cool, that was cute, but they wanted to know about the travel. They wanted to know about the holidays and where was the best price and how to put the packages together. They had a million questions about the travel, and so here comes the Booking Ninja. Marcia Grant was right there in Punta Cana. She got a chance to meet the developer of the Booking Ninja. She got a chance to ask her questions about how that was going to impact and benefit the UK market, and she left flat out excited. And so I know that mindset is very similar to the mindset of those from Bermuda in terms of being very inquisitive, wanting to know how things work, how you get the best prices. And I believe that the Booking Ninja is going to satisfy a lot of that curiosity and finally give us something real tangible that we can take to the marketplace and build with.
Awesome. No questions. I just got a couple comments about one from Mr. Darrell about the Booking Ninja. Sounds fantastic. And like Mr. Iverson said, guys, let's load up this call. So we've got a question. So who is running Paycation? I know the answer to that, but I'm going to go ahead and defer back to Mr. Iverson.
Okay, and I'm not trying to be funny, but I don't think I understand the question. Who's running Paycation?
I think because what you just told us about Montbriar, about that initial acquisition. Other companies have said for a while that Mr. Manning was going somewhere, and that was never true. Mr. Manning is the CEO. Mr. Manning is the sole owner of Paycation, as far as I know. Of course, there are investors, but I think the answer to that question would be Mr. Manning.
Nothing. Anything you hear, and you're hearing this from Spencer Iverson, who spends a lot of time with David Manning. I just saw David Manning, I don't know, maybe a week ago. Anything you hear in the marketplace or see online, about David Manning and him leaving Paycation, looking to sell Paycations, looking to break off Paycation, somebody else is running Paycation. Guys, that's a lie. If you want to, and I appreciate Mr. Gray putting this call together again with the leaders, because I will always shoot it to you straight. Now, you may not like what I have to hear, but you're going to get the honest truth, and you're going to get it directly. Okay. So that being said, Mr. Manning is the CEO of Paycation Travel. Mr. Mark Campese is the president of Paycation Travel. And he has a cast of support team and advisors like myself around him to help him in the day-to-day functions of the business. But no, David Manning has always been. Jeremy Monty was never running Paycation Travel. Nobody was ever running Paycation but David Manning.
Awesome, awesome. A couple comments about sounds fantastic as far as the Booking Ninja. But other than that, I feel like we are good to go. Let me check one more time.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do know that we've got a call that will take place at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 11 p.m. Bermuda time. And Mr. Manning will actually address a lot of the things that Mr. Iverson just covered, plus more. So go ahead and make sure that you load that call up. And since we don't have any questions, I think that we can go ahead and end everything right now. Mr. Iverson, I want to thank you for taking out a few minutes of your time just to go ahead and address the Bermuda market. But we're excited. We're fired up. We see the great things that are going on all across the world, including Trinidad, the Philippines, of course, what we've been doing in the United States. And we know that it's everything will be smooth in the near future. I just got another question that asks, when should we expect the Booking Ninja to become live?
Well, once again, guys, what I want you to do, for those of you who can, try to chime in to the CEO update call on tonight with David Manning. One of the things we did while we were in Punta Cana, we had a chance to kind of advise Mr. Manning, and we're glad he took our advice. Historically, when we have new products and services coming out, Mr. Manning will say, hey guys, and we're going to have this up and running for you November the 1st. And then November the 1st comes up, and then it comes and goes, and then it's November 5th, November 15th, November 20th, and now people's expectations are not being met, and people start grumbling, griping, and complaining. So we told him, you can't have 2,000 people in one place and not say something about it. Even though we know right now it's not 100% ready to go, what we do know is that the contract has been signed. What we do know is that the developer of the Booking Ninja will be in Punta Cana to talk about all the bells and whistles that we have purchased on behalf of Paycation Travel that will become a part of our package. All that is done. So it's not like the deal hasn't been done. Once the deal is signed, now the work begins. What do I mean by that? Well, once David Manning figures out, the cost, then he has to start building it into the compensation plan. Where's the margin going to go? How's the payment going? How's that extra money going to be allocated through the Paycation compensation plan? Okay, and then once that's determined, then it has to be coded into the back office system by a company called DPI. Now, all that means is that there are certain variables now that are outside of David Manning's control. What is in his control is signing the contract. What's in his control is coming up with how the compensation plan as it relates to the new Platinum Club and the Booking Ninja, how it's going to pay out. What he does not have control over is once he gives the parameters to DPI as to, okay, send $5 to the matrix, $5 goes into the codes, $5 goes $10 goes directly to in terms of a personal sales commission. That has to be coded into the system by DPI. Then once DPI codes it into the system, then we have to beta test it. So that means you have to run different scenarios to make sure that it's paying out correctly. That takes time. That's the phase that we're in right now. So what we don't want him to do is give you all a deadline or a date. And then what ends up happening is DPI says, oh, wow, we've run into a glitch. Oh, wow, we're having some error codes that have come up, which could extend the deadline, right? So we don't want to do that. So just be patient with us. But rest assured, this call is to kind of give you all an idea that we are moving forward as a company. We know what our limitations are. We know what the limitations have been, and that we have something that is coming very, very soon. We just want to make sure that when we do roll it out, that we have the marketing materials in place and everything, and the supporting marketing collateral, so that we just don't throw something out there into the field and now like, okay, how do I use it? What do I do now? What does this mean? We want to try to prevent as much of that as possible. So I appreciate you wanting to know when is it coming out. What we want to be careful to do right now is to manage your expectations and not give you a date that we can't meet. So listen to the call on tonight, and David Manning may be at a point now where he has more clarity from DPI as to when all of the coding is expected to be in place.
Awesome. Well, I believe that that's it. Did you have any additional closing remarks, Mr. Iverson?
Yeah, one last thing, guys. Guys, really begin to think globally about your business. I'm blown away by what's happening in the Philippines. They have, if you can find you a Filipino leader, a Filipino network marketer. Even Mr. Manning said he was going to run some personal ads, in the Philippines just to get some people plugged in, over there. Guys, I can tell you that some of the biggest builders that I know in network marketing, they build internationally. They don't build just in the United States. They don't build just in Africa. They build a global business. And really, you're starting to see that more. Mr. Gray and I have some mutual friends in network marketing, like David M. on ETA, the Steinkeller brothers, and others that we know very well, Mr. Jet, and these are guys who build worldwide. They build all over the world. They don't, and we have a product. It's not a Bermuda product. It's not a UK product. It's not an American product. It's a worldwide product, right? So begin to think about the context. Get creative and begin to think about the context that you have globally. That is where, and then be able to leverage your upline, leverage me and the relationships I have with corporate, so that we can help maybe build out a new market for you. And you can plug into a market that is on the verge of explosion, right? So don't forget about your home market, okay? But always ask the question, who do you know? Who do you know in the Philippines? Who do you know in Peru? Who do you know in Mexico? Other markets that we're going to be opening real soon. I really appreciate the Bermuda market. I owe you all a trip. I know that. Unfortunately, I had to have knee surgery right about the time that I was supposed to come out there on my last visit with Mr. Gray. We had some great things planned. I was going to go deep sea fishing and jet skiing and all kinds of great stuff. And I sure hate that I missed that trip. So I know I owe you all a trip. And what I would love to do is once we get the Booking Ninja up and running, myself and or Mr. Gray can come out there together. I can just come out there, and help do some meetings, home meetings, hotel meeting, explaining the Booking Ninja, getting you all fired back up and ready to take on going to 2017 with massive momentum. So congratulations, guys. Super proud of everything that you guys are doing and for hanging in there with us in Paycation Travel.
Thank you so much, Mr. Iverson. And Bermuda, you heard it from the man himself, Mr. Spencer Iverson, our Director of Sales, as well as VP of Global Business Development. So excited about what we've got going on, ladies and gentlemen. Be on the call tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. With that said, God bless. Good night.